it's an interesting thought about the flavoring of them. Not to side tangent on Sentinels for a second, but because a lot of times so you know thinking of from a creator, evolution or creator design, however whichever perspective you take, say there's purpose behind stuff,
Mhm.
and so some animals have anatomical features to help with their socialness with themselves and as in like others of their same kind, and then some are specifically made for interactions with everything else
Right.
that has nothing to do with each other. What's interesting is that if Sentinel's colors shift, that internal kind of churning shifts on emotion, with the way they're currently flavored, that doesn't help the Sentinels at all.
No,
As in, because like for us as humans,
they
seeing
don't.
each other's facial expressions helps us
Yeah.
communicate. For Sentinels, that does not. That um now on the flip side, it's possible that Sentinels can perceive just the slightest like maybe the tones of their voice when they communicate as Sentinels, maybe being slightly off pitch, either a little high or low, or some of those nuances may kind of communicate emotion where regular creatures may not perceive that. There is the argument to be made that the emotional churn stuff is a biochemist, as in it's just a byproduct, not an intentional thing. Like it's not something they do to communicate. It's just something that other creatures happen to be able to perceive,
Right.
and it's just the nature of, you know what I'm saying, like the whole like what's the purpose of it,
Well, I
like
mean, if you think about it, Sentinels are, from what I understand, pretty pragmatic, right?
yeah,
They're
I would say so.
more leaning towards emotion less. So that's not something that they necessarily prioritize. I think it makes sense that um, they don't necessarily have a built-in system for conveying emotion because that's not something that they prioritize. But then you have this interesting biochemical reaction that, while unintentional, does help that communication for other species. But no, I think from a sentinel to sentinel sort of thing, why would you need to factor in emotions? Like sentinels they're both pragmatic, they don't have to worry about that as much. They
Well,
say what they
that's why I kind
mean.
of think the slight nuances of pitch higher or lower, where it's like barely perceptible to other ancestries, like that, I think is fine. I think I
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
um because because the thing is like in the weird thing with Sentinels is I think they appear more pragmatic,